She had to hide from him after getting $700 million in divorce. When Sheikh Mohammed, Dubai's current ruler, discovered his wife Princess Haya had been unfaithful on him, he quietly divorced her. But he had no idea it would backfire due to his terrible past. During the divorce procedures, the judge instructed Sheikh Mohammed to reimburse Haya more than $700 million, but that was not the end of it. They also instructed him to remove an Instagram post he wrote when his wedding to heir was on the verge of collapse. Sheik voiced his dissatisfaction at his wife's treachery in the message, but finished on a very cringe-worthy note. "I don't care if you live or pass away," he wrote. "But how did this once beautiful pair come to this point? They were the gossip of the town a few years ago, and the wedding was a combination of old crowns and billions of cash." Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum is currently worth approximately $14 billion. However, at the time of his separation from Haya, it was reported to be around $6 billion. Sheikh came across Princess Haya of Jordan. Haya is from a royal family. Her father was Jordan's former king as well as the leader of the House of Hashim. This links Haya to an ancestral line of royal forebears that goes back to 986 AD. Hence Haya was an ideal match for Sheik, who exudes royalty. At the time they met, Haya was 30 and her partner was 55. The couple finally married in 2004, in a beautiful but modest ceremony conducted at Haya's home. Both family gathered in the living area as the couple exchanged vows and submitted the necessary documents. Both union established a new ruling dynasty between both countries. This relationship was the buzz of the town for weeks after the wedding. Even in 2007, everyone was still talking about the royal pair. This couple then had their first child together, Sheikh Al-Jalila, followed by a son, Sheikh Zayed, 5 years later. They were ecstatic and didn't conceal it from the world. The pair also shared several stunning photos of themselves enjoying fun within their homes and on vacation. However, beneath the beauty, the royal household was on fire. Each of them had a hidden princess, and Haya had a bodyguard named Russell. Russell, unlike Haya, was not interested in horses, but he shared many of Haya's interests. The couple considered England to be their home. They were raised up there, and it was there that she met and fell for Russell. Following her wedding to Sheik, she hired Russell as her bodyguard. He served as a close security officer and accompanied Haya wherever she went. In reality, travel records show that she brought Russell on all overseas excursions, both work and pleasure. Russell accompanied Haya on all trips to her relative's country estate in England. During these periods, she showered him with presents and luxuries. Among the presents given were a Range Rover, a costly gaming cartridge, fashionable clothes, and a fancy watch. In reality, on multiple times, the other guards observed her casting flirtatious eyes at him. They laid a trap, and the love, unaware of this, fell for it. After verifying Haya's romance with Russell, they planned to capitalize on the bad circumstance. So they blackmailed Haya, demanding she pay them or divulge her secret. Haya, terrified, took $7.5 million from her 10-year-old child's account to pay the security officers. Unfortunately, the whispers grew, and Sheik discovered his wife's hidden affair. He was angered, jealous, and disgusted, so he made an act that flopped without his knowledge. Sheik divorced her in accordance with Sharia law on December 19, 2019, and announced his divorce on the 20th anniversary of Haya's father's demise. During this time, he was filled with resentment and made no attempt to disguise it from people around him. He then went to his social networking page and posted a message about his wife. He labeled his wife as a traitor and blamed her of violating his treasured trust. He also stated that he did not care if she passed away or lived. When Haya realized how eager her husband was to pull her down, she departed Dubai with both of her kids. She requested protection in Germany on her way to England. However, before her departure, Haya learnt something horrific about Sheik and his daughters, which further strengthened her decision to run. Latifa, Sheik's daughter from a previous marriage, had unexpectedly left after getting on her father's bad side. Following Latifa's abduction, campaigners circulated a video in which she discussed her father's acts of abuse. She also informed the audience that if they were currently watching the video, it indicated her life was in risk. She also revealed that her father was involved in one of her sister's disappearances. Then she said that her dad was willing to harm anyone, including his family, to defend his reputation. Afterward, Latifa escaped Dubai with the assistance of an activist called Radha. She was aboard a yacht, finally escaping Dubai. The audio note finished with Radha hearing explosions, which was the final time this activist heard from Latifa. Haya was terrified that the same fate would strike her, but, thankfully, she arrived safely in England with her children. However, that's when the actual drama began. Additionally, had Haya abandoned Sheik behind. However, she did not go with a single possession and was not prepared to go without any of it. Her spouse also wanted possession of the children, so they submitted the matter to the highest court of Britain. While Sheik requested to have his children returned to Dubai, Haya was interested in having them declared wards of the court, as well as protection against forced marriage. The court found in her favor, and she received both orders. Months later, the court returned Jalila and Zayed to Haya's custody. After gathering sufficient evidence that the Sheik was involved in the disappearance of his daughters. Further evidence revealed that Sheik had been tracking Haya using Pegasus software to break into her phone. As a result, he was declared unfit to care for the girls, but that's where things get interesting. The judge also ordered the Sheik to reimburse Haya over a $700 million settlement. This represented one of the largest settlements for divorce in history, with a portion of the $700 million related to assets Haya purchased in Dubai. Horses, apparel, ponies, and haute couture garments were among the assets listed. Haya used the majority of the settlement proceeds to maintain her multi-million-dollar English estates. She also used money to shell out for life insurance for itself and both of her kids.